Mark, lovely to see you again on Good Living. How are you doing?
Buongiorno, buongiorno.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Hey, congratulations. Of course, let's first talk about the band together in the weekend as well.
Wasn't that just extraordinary?
Great.
130,000 people in Hagley Park. I thought one of the great things about it was alcohol-free, and it certainly did have an impact with regards to crowd behaviour.
And the enjoyment of the whole event.
And the enjoyment of the whole thing. The only thing was that we had a couple of people smoking. All of our events are smoke-free. And so we really, I guess it was really hard because we had 130,000 people. But I know that we had some people who were really discomforted about the smoking. But hey, we do our best. But
yeah.
It was, apart from that, fantastic.
And the performers had such a good time from what I hear.
It was great, and you know, it led from the start with Jason Simon doing what they do best, don't they?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then Bob coming on and doing some guitar playing with Paul Keane from the Vats, who works with me at the council,
yeah.
and I mean, Paul just had a ball, and let alone all my staff who worked so brilliantly in a very short planning time. We had 4 weeks to put it on, and so Lawrence and Sheena and Kat and Desiree and Simon and all my team, and they just got together there and just really hoed down and got stuck in with all the other people that were involved, with all our contractors, and I think pulled one out of the bag. It was fantastic.
Absolutely, and I know you'll all agree the people over there is amazing. Now, I saw you last week on treading the boards at the Court Theatre with God of Carnage. Now, I have to say, Mark, you must love this role because you get to yell expletives with all of your might. It must be a lovely way to kind of get through the stress of the day.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. I guess part of it is enjoying working with Lara and Ross and Rima. We are really having a ball.
And you can tell that.
But it's such synergy. It really is. And how can you explain something after 8 years being absent from the Court Theatre stage, to come back with a play like this? That's a really great way to do it, and I'm just loving every second of it, and I really thank Ross, Rima and Lara and Johnny Phelan, who directed it, for enabling me to come back and do such a great play with them.
So what was it? Was it the play itself that brought you back to that?
Well, I mean, she's a great writer, Yasmina Reza. I've done one of her plays before, which was Art, and I did that about 10 years ago with Marty Howells and David McPhail. And there's such a way that she writes, her economic way with her phrasing, her just that French thing. She really gets that right. And I think Christopher Hampton, who always translates her plays into English, does a really fine job in the translation of it. And you know, it's very economic. We don't have to change a thing. We just learn the lines as they're written, and they work. Especially if everyone's relating to each other and acting so finely. I mean, they are just great actors, the three of them. Yeah,
and the dynamic between it is wonderful. It's on until November the 13th.
Yeah,
so do check it out, and because it's really a treat to have such a high calibre on the stage, as always. Now, Mark, congratulations on the big Hobbit news. You have secured a role. Yay!
I mean, relax, anxiety over a little bit.
I mean,
imagine. I mean, I have no concept of how Peter Jackson and the production crew and everybody involved in putting it on in their pre-production will feel, but I'm elated. And you know, I guess it's interesting, isn't it, how the media, and no offence to anybody in particular, but you know, one week someone's the villain, and now they're turning around and making everyone else the villain, and how people are jumping on the bandwagon of the politics and everything. Shit, excuse me, sorry. The film is being made here. There are thousands of people who are going to be employed here. You know, that is the bottom line. And with the competition from other countries around the world vying to get this film, what a tragedy for it to have gone offshore. That would have been appalling.
I know. We would never have forgiven ourselves.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, this blew up out of all sorts of I think, just people not quite getting the facts and not getting a hold of what the actual issues were about, and I think it's just blown out of all proportion. I mean, I know Robin Malcolm and Jennifer Ward-Leland and Tanya Roy. I know these. I've worked with these actresses.
Of course.
I've worked with these people who are involved in it, and you know, as they said, that they never thought it would get to this. But I mean, I have to ask. Well, of course, it was going to get to that
when it's on such a big scale with this movie.
So. Brilliant. I'm just so delighted. I'm elated for Sir Peter.
Yes.
He is. an extraordinary filmmaker, and I'm so looking forward to doing a third film.
I know,
with Peter
because
Jackson.
of course with Meet the Feebles,
oh yeah, which
and
was
King
just
Kong.
a ball, and King Kong, and just working. I mean, there's all those wonderful actors in it too, Peter Hambleton and John Callan, and I've worked with these guys as well, and it's just going to be so good to be part of a Kiwi core that actually have a bit of a contribution to make to the film.
So tell me a little bit about the character Dori, because he is one of the dwarfs, isn't he?
Yeah, the claim to fame is Dori that Bilbo Baggins, is it Bilbo Baggins? Yeah, yeah, it stands on his shoulders and saves him from the dwarves.
Right.
I think.
So quite an epic character.
But I don't know. I've only ever seen the audition scripts because it's all very confidential, of course. And the auditions were, you know, I had 4 callbacks.
Oh my goodness, that's stressful in itself.
Oh yeah, with some other parts as well, and fantastic, you know, fantastic. It was the whole process, and so I'm hoping that it'll be part of the, you know, we a bit like the Sleeping Beauty. There are 12 little dwarves running around. You know, I wonder if we'll be the villains next week because we're, you know, height advantage, disadvantaged, and are we being taken advantage of? You know,
there's always
the media
something
might
out there,
come
isn't
on our
there?
side. You know, yeah. Oh, God,
Tell me a little bit about the audition process. Is it long, like when you have your first call up? Is it a long time? Are we talking a couple
well, you
of
don't
hours?
know anything. You don't.
You know nothing.
No, you go in there. You do. In New Zealand, we learn. I wish you could just read, because you know when you learn it in such a way, and I don't necessarily think that I don't audition well at all. I really haven't. I never have.
Do you get really nervous?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Hideous.
because all you're thinking about is remembering the freaking lines, and so yes, it is. And I don't audition well, but you have to go in there, scripts down, you try and do it, and you know the camera's looking at you, someone's reading with you, so it is pretty pressure intensive, and hopefully you come through it. And so yeah, but you know, I have to say Liz Mullane, who did the casting out of Wellington, who's the casting director for the picture, she's just a delight. Her whole agency that handles the casting, she's so professional, and her company, the people, Amanda and Miranda, I beg your pardon, who do the auditions, they're just so professional, and they calm you and they ease you and they give you what you need, and they're part of the success of it as well.
That's
without
great.
a doubt.
So when does filming start? When do you think it'll start?
I think
for you?
mid-February.
Okay, so not long to go.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting.
It is exciting.
It's so exciting. I'm just so honoured, and so I feel really like as though I'm going on a journey. Oh, I'm going on a quest. Jeez, enough. Really.
It is like that. I feel like leaping around like a wee dwarf too.
Well, let's leap.
Yeah, we should leap.
I'm joking. I'm too old.
Something else happening too with the Isaac Theatre Royal on November the 3rd.
Yeah, we've got a thanking all the people that were involved in the earthquake. You know, the civil defence, fire, people coming along to see this free concert that Ross Gumley's going to MC, and Symphony Orchestra are playing. Luke DeSoma's put it all together musically.
Brilliant.
Philip Aldridge from the Courts had a lot to do with organising a bit of it. A lot of people involved, a lot of performers. So I think that'll be great fun. I'm singing something apparently. Yeah, Luke will tell me.
Not Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Mark, thank you very much.
No problem,
just
Megan.
so delightful to hear the news.
Great for Canterbury, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
it really is.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
so
yeah.
all the best.
Thank you so much.
Mark Hadlow, of course, don't forget, check out God of Carnage at the Court Theatre, and remember, keep an eye at that date, November the 3rd as well, for All Together Now with the Isaac Theatre Royal, which will be lovely too. Mark, thank you.